Welcome to the Academy of Adoption and Assisted Reproduction Attorneys. Today we're covering the state of Pennsylvania and assisted reproduction. We've got 3 fellows. There are other fellows within the Academy that are in the state of Pennsylvania, but we have 3 to introduce you to today. We will start with Stuart. If you could introduce yourself, and we will then introduce everybody to the other fellows.
My name is Stuart Sachs. I'm in Harrisburg, Pennsylvania, and I've been involved in this field of law since 1981, when my wife and I went through this process for building our own family.
And Melissa?
Hi, this is Melissa Brisbane, and I have been involved in this field since 1998. I had 3 children from gestational carriers, and I have also been involved in creating an agency, Reproductive Possibilities.
Awesome. And Rebecca?
I'm Rebecca Levin-Nyack. I am in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, at the Journer Law Group. I handle all areas of art and adoption. My own family was also formed via assisted reproduction, and so this is definitely personal to me. My firm also has a long history of serving the LGBT community.
Wonderful. All right. The 3 of you, we've got people going to the Academy's website. They're going state by state. Some of them are looking at comparing 2 different states. If they're looking at Pennsylvania, Rebecca, tell us, is Pennsylvania in the big picture, is it reproductive friendly?
It is reproductive friendly. Although we don't have a statute, we have a very well established procedure for getting in gestational carrier cases, enforcing gestational carrier agreements, and also obtaining pre-birth orders. And we're able to do a variety of situations. For example, we can do single parents using a gestational carrier, same-sex couples, opposite-sex couples, and both parents don't need a genetic connection to the child being conceived. In fact, neither parent needs a genetic connection.
Okay, great. So I know genetics is part of what people are looking for. Melissa, from the perspective of the LGBT community, is it friendly for them? Are there things they need to be worried about?
It's extremely friendly in Pennsylvania for the LGBT community. There is actually even case law in Pennsylvania for both heterosexual couples and same-sex couples that if you use a gestational carrier and you are not genetically related, which one of the partners, if you have a same-sex relationship, right, automatically, at least presently, can't be genetically related, that they're going to be treated the same as if you are genetically related to the baby. So there is really no issue whether the couple is married or unmarried or same-sex as far as enforcing agreements and getting pre-birth orders in these cases.
Great. So Stuart, when somebody's consulting with you and they're really just comparing state to state, what's kind of the big picture on the procedural process? I know everybody wants to know, is it going to be really lengthy, difficult, easy? What does it look like in Pennsylvania?
I would say it's fairly easy in Pennsylvania. What we're careful about in comparing other states, especially those that have statutes, they do have specific procedures, and those can hopefully provide some certainty with specific court orders about terminating a non-genetic parent's rights. In Pennsylvania, we're just careful that without a statute, we can assure everybody that the process will be complete. And as for the non-biological parent, we recommend that they pursue an adoption so that the legal rights are clear for inheritance purposes.
Great. All right, the 3 of you, any major other things that people need to know about Pennsylvania that is just got to know about Pennsylvania before we tell everybody how to get a hold of the 3 of you?
Sure. Well, I just have some comments on court orders. You want to make sure that you talk to somebody who's well versed in Pennsylvania, because Pennsylvania procedures vary by county. So, for instance, some counties may require a hearing for a birth order and some may not. And an experienced attorney might be able to tell you, well, we'd be better off filing in this county because frequently they don't have hearings in this county, and most of the time this county does have a hearing. And also, as far as the procedure goes, even though it's not certain in Pennsylvania, the Department of Health has longstanding regulations that pretty much directs the courts and the hospitals on procedure. Now, in Pennsylvania, the courts and hospitals don't have to 100% follow that procedure, but they pretty much do. So although things aren't certain by statute, there is certainly a lot of regulation and case law. So I wouldn't be nervous about using a gestational carrier in Pennsylvania at all.
All right. And Stuart, any benefit to working with Academy Fellows?
Well, the benefit is very clear to us because when we're involved with people who don't have experience in this area, it really extends the process and creates, I think, a lot of uncertainty when drafting the legal agreements and working with them throughout the process. So it's best to stay with people who are clearly qualified and working in this area regularly.
Great. All right. If you'd like to contact one of our fellows from Pennsylvania and talk to them in greater detail, they are more than happy to talk to you. You can go to the Academy's website, which is adoptionart.org. And on our site, we have a map and you can narrow it down to Pennsylvania and you'll find the contact information for each of these fellows and any other fellow the Academy has in the state of Pennsylvania. And we look forward to you calling them. I'm sure every single one of them is more than happy to talk to you at any time. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.